Hello and welcome back to Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Where last episode we played through the 7th chapter of the game, and today we're playing through chapter 8. It feels like we're approaching the end of the game. I don't know how much longer we have to go. But with that in mind, I had a feeling we were coming to the end of the game, so I searched up because someone told me at the beginning of the series that there was going to be some sections later where if you haven't solved a certain amount of puzzles, you won't be able to progress, and I have a feeling that has something to do with the final area, so I'm guessing that the final chapter of this game, you're not going to be able to progress past if you don't have a certain number of puzzles solved. So I looked it up, turns out I was correct. You need to have 75 puzzles solved in order to access that point. And then I checked an outline of this chapter as to how many puzzles we are going to be able to solve, and there's only 2. So, yeah, we've only solved 69 puzzles so far, so that's not going to be enough. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna start today's episode by going back to Granny's hut or whatever to solve some extra puzzles to make sure we have enough to get to the end of this game. Anyway, Layton and Luke narrowly escaped the crush of a runaway Ferris wheel while searching the park. The Ferris wheel destroys an old shack on the shore, revealing a secret subterranean path. After finding a tower-shaped key in the underground room, Layton and Luke made their way back to town. With the key in hand, Layton debates heading to the tower. However, after sensing a sinister presence near them, the professor devises a plan to out the fiend. Okay, so we have to go back to the inn, but first we're gonna go down to the sewer, because apparently there's a puzzle hidden down here. Yeah, so we'll solve this.
Aha, it's you two lads again. Your pair of odd ducks coming all this way just to see me. Lucky for you, I got myself a darling of a puzzle with a mind to share it with you.
Okay, show me what you got. Puzzle number 92, wash up. You need to wash your face with all 13 water valves in the sewer piping are shut tight. You have to open the valves to get the water flowing to your sink. So here's your challenge. Direct the water all the way to the sink by opening as few valves as possible. What does that mean? So, I know that sounds dumb, right? Because obviously it's saying exactly what it says. Open as few valves as possible. But, let me try something. Because if, conceptually, if I just open them all and hit submit, the water's going to make it to the sink if I just open them all up. So, will it accept this answer?
How does this sound?
Okay. So, there is a certain amount, okay, so now I'm just confused. So, as few as possible, that could mean literally anything. So, okay, so, because that would work, right? Open, is there a certain threshold I have to get it under, or is it literally just the least amount? You have to find the least, the method that uses the least amount of valves. Because if so, that's gonna be a pain. Okay, so, let's get the memo working. So it comes up here, goes up to this point. So we have to make our choice here. We can either, right now it's closed, so it can't go this direction. Excuse me. So it's gonna go here. Can't go this direction. So one of these, our first choice is gonna be, do we want to go this way, excuse me, or this way? It has to end up here. So no matter what way we choose, if we open this valve, it's gonna loop around here and go up this way, which then goes up here. So we could open this one right here, and then it could go, because then I have to open those two in there. I don't know how many, excuse me, I don't know what the minimal amount is to open this up, or to get this through. So I guess let me just try to, let's try to trace a path. So I'm not even going to bother going through here because there's too many there. Let's try to just trace a path that gets us past as few as possible. So, going this way will get us around all of these. And then if I go past those and go up here, that gets us to this point. And if I go down here, then that answers this problem. Okay, so let's try that. Let's try open this one and see if that gets us to the end.
Well, here's my guess.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, because my thing is, if we open them all up, then obviously the water would get to its destination. But I didn't know if it was challenge yourself to do it in as few as possible, or if you literally just had to find the solution that had the least amount of valves open. In which case, I could have been stuck there all day, because I would have just had to, I could have been yes, this works, but apparently there's another solution that works with even less pipes, so that had the potential to be real annoying. Good job, now go wash up.
Haha, wonderful work. I was sure that puzzle would floor both of you, but I guess the joke's on me. Oh well, you win some, you lose some.
Puzzle 92, watch them down your puzzle index. Okay, so now it's, now we're still not gonna go back to the end because we've only solved 70 puzzles. And there's gonna be one more later in this chapter that's gonna get us to 71. So we have to solve 4 of these puzzles. If this does not interest, this is the wrong building. I didn't mean to open this. If this doesn't interest you and you're only interested in the story, then feel free to skip to this timestamp on screen now, so that, and this will take you past the point when we get past all these puzzles. So we're gonna solve a couple. We only need to solve 4 of these, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll just start from the top and work my way down from there. So we'll start with make a rectangle, and we'll end with 3 umbrellas. I can't imagine this will be too hard because they were pretty early in the game. So we'll start here with make a rectangle and work our way forward. If you want to cut the piece of paper shown in diagram 1 into 2 pieces, and then reassemble them to form a rectangle, all you have to do is cut the paper as shown in diagram 2. However, in order to assemble the pieces as shown in diagram 2, you need to flip one of the pieces over before putting them together. Where should you cut the paper if you want to turn the paper in diagram 1 into a rectangle without flipping either of your 2 pieces? So basically, I can still move them around, right? I just can't like flip them over. So like if I have the piece of paper on a desk, I can shift them around so long as I never pick them up off the desk to rotate them to the other side. So in that case, I need to find a place where they fit together, and I might have just seen it. Okay, so you see how there's this one block right here? So this, I feel like I could, okay, so I feel like I could, like if I block this off, yeah, that works right. Okay, that works perfectly. So what we're gonna do here is let's restart, draw here, and then take it all the way down. Oh, is that as far as it goes? Okay, so if we cut it off right here, then we take this piece up here, like so, and then we stitch this in here, and then this forms the completed rectangle, like so. Now, I don't know if I've done this correctly. I don't know if that's the, I don't know if this is where the game wants me to, like, actually cut it, but this should work.
There we go.
There we go.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. That's right. Now that you know the answer, the puzzle seems quite simple. That was a pretty simple puzzle. Puzzle, now your puzzle index. Alright, on to the next one. Milk pitchers. On the counter, we have a 10-quart pitcher. Oh, it's gonna be one of these again. Okay. 10-quart pitcher full of milk, empty 7-quart pitcher, and empty 3-quart pitcher. The pitchers are unmarked, and your task is to divide the 10 quarts of milk so that both the 10-quart pitcher and the 7-quart pitcher are each holding exactly 5 quarts. Okay, so this is just a different version of the other one that we did. This one will not be as easy, because this one, I haven't heard this one before, so I don't have the answer committed to memory. So let's see how this goes. So how do I control this? So I tap this, and then I tap the one that I want it to go into. So like this then. Okay, so that seems easy enough. Well, so let's just start with splitting this up as much as possible. So we have 3, 4, 3. Hey, 3, 4, 3 industries. If the end goal is to get, so I need to find a combination to where I can pour. Ideally, what would happen is I would like to split off these such that I can get like 2 and 3. Like if I can split the 4 into 2 and 2, which I can't do right now, then I could get it into 2 and 3, and then pour the 3 into the 2, and then split it up from there on out. So I guess I'm just gonna, I'll skip, the 3s are meaningless now, so I'll get you all in there, so that we can try to keep things clustered together, because we need to split things. We can't just keep splitting things up in a random order. We need to actually have some kind of a sense as to how we're doing things. So, like, I want to try to get the 4 as small as possible. So if I get that there, that's a 1. So then that's something that can be built upon. Actually, actually, I might be able to do this now. So if I pour this in here, then there's 9 there. And I need to get this out of 7 if I'm gonna pull this off. So what we're gonna do here is I can get this into 2, 7, and 1. So if I pour this in here, now we have 2, 7, 1, which means that now I can make this one, I can make the middle one 5, and then pour the remaining 3 into 2, and then I can just 5 right there. There we go. Nice. Correct. 50 Pickerots. Well done. Keep at it long enough, you'll eventually come across a solution. The shortest possible solution requires 9 moves. I was not counting. But that was definitely not 9 moves. Alright, we got a gizmo. Oh yeah, I haven't actually been checking that. Hold on, let's go check our gizmos. We haven't got one in a while, I don't think. How many do we have left? Is this the last one? Yep, that's the last one. We did it. I thought I had to drag it in, but no, I just tap it.
There we are. The robot dog is finally assembled. Now we just have to name the rascal. I have a feeling he'll come in quite handy. By the way, Luke, I have a present for you to mark this occasion. Return to the title screen, select the bonuses, and you should have a new challenge from me. Oh? Now I know you're excited about your present, but be sure to save before returning to the title screen.
Layton's challenges, the inventor's house has been added to your map. Interesting. Oh, we're naming you Techno. Easily. We are naming you Techno. And the reason why is because when I was super young, I had a pet robot dog called Techno, and we're naming you Techno in honor of him. Easy. Alright, next up is the camera and the case. Number 42, the camera and the case. While walking, I didn't mean to skip the whole thing. While walking through a market on vacation, you notice a small stand selling cameras. The camera and a case set is selling for $310. The seller tells you that the camera costs $300 more than the case itself, and that the case costs the price of the set minus the cost of the camera. Okay. You decide you'd rather wait on buying a camera and opt to just buy the case alone. You hand the seller a $100 bill and see his eyes light up. Think fast now. How much change should you be getting back? Okay, so the answer that they obviously want you to pick here is that the camera costs $300 and the case costs $10 because 300 plus 10 equals 310. Problem with that is that if you actually do that math, 300 minus 10 is not 300. It's 290. So that's an obvious trick. So it's not that, which means so if we were to make that work, then it would have to be like 5 and 305, right? Because that actually would be a difference of 300 between the two. Which means that we should be getting $95 back in change.
There we go.
Yep. Alright, seems, yeah, these earlier puzzles were not quite as complicated as some of the later ones, so, yeah. Good thinking, that merchant had an awfully misleading way of explaining things, didn't he? Make sure you don't get duped by some swindler next time you go out shopping. Okay. Camera in the case, right, only one more to go, and then we can get into the main, the actual, the main story. Okay, solve puzzle 43, 3 umbrellas. I actually didn't miss as many puzzles as I thought I did. I thought there'd be way more here. Anyway, 3 identical-looking umbrellas are sitting upright in a stand. Assuming the owners don't check the umbrellas' labels, what percentage is the chances that the only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? What? Hold on, wait a minute. Did I read that correctly? What percentage chances that the only 2 people will walk off with their own umbrella? That's literally not possible. Okay, so wow, this is a dumb one. Hold on. To make sure I'm not massively underthinking this again. Wow, okay, so if you have a bucket of 3 umbrellas and 3 people that own them, if 2 people walk by and grab their own umbrellas, it is literally impossible for the 3rd person to not also grab their umbrella. That was dumb. That was a dumb one. That's right, if 2 people manage to grab their own umbrellas, the 3rd person is left with only 1 umbrella to take, her own. It's impossible for only 2 of the 3 to pick up their own umbrellas. That was, oh boy, that was quite a, blue bed. Ooh, a blue bed. Well, let's give that to Luke. I have a feeling he would prefer that, as opposed to Layton. Okay, so we'll come back and solve the rest of these at a later time, but for now, we have a story to get back to, so let's go ahead and head out of here, and resume our adventure back at the inns. Let's head inside. Alright, we're here.
Hello, Princess. Is something the matter? You look a little shaken. Beatrice, I have an urgent request. Could you show me the newspapers from the last couple of days? The papers? Certainly. Hang on for just a moment while I go fetch them for you. That's strange. I said they're down around here somewhere. Is there a problem? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. Even today's morning paper seems to have gone missing. I see. But thank you just the same, Beatrice. This has been most helpful. So what was in newspapers anyway, Professor?
Yoo-hoo, Professor Layton.
Raymond, and to what do we owe the visit?
Oh, he told me I needed to find you and bring you to Reinhold Manor.
The inspector, I mean.
Oh, he and Dahlia await your arrival at Reinhold Manor.
Thank you for the message. We will set out for the matter in just a few moments.
Okay, that's not suspicious at all, but sure. Let's head on out and see what's waiting for us at the manor.
You've found the key in the tower, haven't you?
How do you know about the key?
You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there.
Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear?
Oh, sure, and she's just gone. Okay, cool. So let's head on inside and see what's waiting for us here.
Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in, everyone's waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is there something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease.
Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlor.
I don't believe you.
Alright, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs.
This is freaky. I don't like this.
Ah, Mr. Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Kemley? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush. I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. You're responsible for Simon's death.
Alright, so, in case anyone was doubting it, yeah, he's definitely the bad guy. So, he's probably, as I predicted in the beginning, he's probably this mysterious figure that's been haunting us.
Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense.
Yeah, nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course, I would expect nothing less from such a cold-blooded killer as yourself.
I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? His face was on display in the room when Simon was found dead.
All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with his face.
Our killer was no professional. You see, he left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton.
Oh, that's the face on the market, isn't it?
You rotten murderer.
If this face is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing?
So go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when when someone was killed, eh? Come on, out with it.
I was with Luke investigating matters down in the village.
Is that the best you can muster? It's clear little Brad is an accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton, you two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon.
Why would we do that? We were sent here as a mission. The whole reason we came to the stupid village was to find the golden apple in the first place.
You can't fool me, Layton, so cough it up and start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up, too.
Oh, we picked up a tower key, and I wonder how you know that.
It seems you were intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that the murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? You really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Kemley, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you.
Meaning?
Isn't it obvious?
If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir. What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down!
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
I've heard you're quite the devoted husband, Inspector, but you take very good care of your wife, Amy. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was Inspector Kennedy's favorite food again?
What was Kemley's favorite food? None of the above. Or I guess none of the below. I'm fairly certain that we got a... Did we not pick up a newspaper in Chapter 5 that said something like his wife's sweet potato fritters? None of them? It doesn't... I'll just pick a random one. It doesn't matter. What? Okay, I'm confused. Wait, so I picked cakes and it... So I was correct. it says sweet potato fritters. So what?
This article specifically states you love sweet potato fritters, and yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you sweets with tea. Why?
And your point is that just so happens I have a fondness for sweet potato fritters. That wasn't one of the options. The game's... Okay, that's dumb. That's really dumb.
Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation has made things quite clear. Please take a look at this. I believe you just called them Amy's sweet potato fritters, yes? I'd like everyone to see this article. As you can all see, this article clearly states that Inspector Kennedy's wife is Amelie, not Amy. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Out with it then. Who are you, and why have you been impersonating Inspector Kennedy? And why have you been running this investigation? But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St. Mystere, but you forgot one thing. As Luke and I came to town, the drawbirds at St. Mystere's Solendrians had its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when this seclusion began?
During the, when the drawbirds shut down... Okay, this one at least has the correct option. It was during our search for Claudia.
Correct, the only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was discovered. After that event, there was no way that anyone outside the village could enter. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Kennedy, when did you actually first set foot in St. Mystere? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to figure out. How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area save for Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we picked it up. Now let me see if I've got this all right. You posed as the Inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike, and steal the Golden Apple from us. How am I doing so far?
Yeah.
What's so funny? This is no laughing matter.
I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch enemy. Your arch enemy.
You know, it's funny how no one's surprised by this at all.
I've always despised you, Layton. I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in St. Mystere. But that will have to wait since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but St. Mystere hides a secret of epic proportions. Yeah. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. Yeah. My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day I, the great Don Paolo, will rain my vengeance down upon you. On that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella and a raincoat. Perhaps even some galoshes. Yeah.
Gosh!
He just jumped out the window?
I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Pello is his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard sciences with humor to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, was his personality. For though he was a genius, the man was evil. The science board banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into St. Mystere to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cause him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. That aside, what was all the talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he talking about? I'm mystified by it myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the Golden Apple, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check the dead end from before, Luke.
Alright, so, I called it from the second I laid eyes upon him that he was going to be the shadow figure who was haunting us. That's not a surprise in the slightest. Were we supposed to have solved more mysteries than this by now? Because if so, we didn't. Oh, hey, look, it's, cute dog. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so Techno's with us. That's nice. Alright, so where do we have to go for the tower. Let's go to the tower. But before we do that, there is one puzzle we have to solve, and that puzzle is right here. No, not right here. It's on the way. We have to talk to the lady who's en route to the tower. So let's go. We gotta go through here and then go all the way back because she's gonna be waiting for us back here. So let's go down Tower Road. Here she is. She has a puzzle for us. Okay.
I got a new puzzle for you, dearie. I bet you're just dying to see it, aren't you? I'm sorry, madam, but right now we're in a terrible rush. Yeah. You can't fool this old gal. I see you strolling around solving other people's puzzles. Now it's my turn. Sinos, what do you mean? Have you been following us?
Number 105. Rolling a 3. When you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6. The chances of rolling a 3 twice in a row are 1 in 36, and the chances of rolling a 3 3 times in a row are jaw-dropping 1 in 216. Let's assume you roll a die 3 times and get a 3 each time. Your chances of rolling a 3 on your next roll are 1 in how many? 6. Your probability is not affected by the results of the previous die rolls or dice rolls. It's still 1 in 6 chance. I don't know if I'd call that critical thinking, Layton. That's just like basic common sense. That's like it's like saying it's like a compulsive gambler saying, look, I know I lost the past 20 times in a row, but I'm gonna get it this time. It's like that's not how statistics work. Terrific. It doesn't matter how many times you roll the same number. If you are only asking about the probability of rolling a 3 in one turn, the chance will always be 1 in 6.
Yeah, you're going to the tower, are you, dearie? How about I show you the way? Oh, I was under the impression that the villagers of St. Mystere hated going near the tower. Sure. Oh yes, I don't want to go anywhere near that place myself. I suppose I could make an exception for a strapping young man such as yourself. Oh yes. Professor, we should really keep moving.
Okay, so that should be all 75 puzzles we need in order, as the bare minimum in order to enter the tower.
It's a dead end, there's no two ways about it. Maybe there's another pathway to the tower hidden around here.
An argument comes to exactly the right spot, Luke.
What do you mean by that?
Look right here, Luke. There's a small indentation on the wall where one could place a small object.
Oh, so this must be...
Yes, this curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhardt's note to Archibald. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and give it a turn...
Wow!
Just as I suspected. Alright, Luke, in we go.
Alright, so I have a feeling that we're coming up on the finale now, so that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, stay tuned next to catch you all tomorrow for some more Professor Layton in the Curious Village. Goodbye!